So let's see if my thinking is correct. Doesn't look like anything changed here. Let's go ahead. It's empty as it used to be. Already done everything there was to be done here. That's where Momo stood. He's not here anymore. And he won't be here anymore either. So now it seems like everything's done here. Interesting. And going back to the cave. There's nothing here either. Okay. I'll save you watching Kate going back to Valadilane. That must be boring. Actually, I just got an idea. In that newspaper... won't see it. I don't want to use it. Yes, in that newspaper there was something about some remedies, and I still haven't met Dr. Schweitzer. Yeah, it just came to my mind now. Well, if I don't know what I should be doing next, I think as good as anything else will be just going to that lady that tends to the garden. And I'll try to interact with her with something I've got. It's not a lot, but I don't really have any better ideas at the moment. I think I know what I'm looking for. I think I know why I'm looking for it. That's more or less as far as it goes. The question where is still open. And since I'm at the end of the village, I'll be passing a couple of people. Might as well try to interact with them. Hello, Baker. Have you heard about Anna Voralberg's death? Yes, you have. I'm not gonna give you her diary. Not gonna show you a train ticket either, am I? You're not interested, are you? Sorry, she was here, wasn't she? interesting. Hello there. Would you like to see my train ticket? No, you wouldn't, would you? Would you like to see newspaper? Nope. No reason for you to be interested in that. I found Anna's diary. Nope. No. Pointless. There still is a couple of places I can go to and I can't interact with anything. This one is the one on the cemetery. I wish I could speak to you about that graveyard.
Good morning. You've got a magnificent garden here.
Yes, we know, and we know that your automaton's broken.
Oh,
You're just gonna go back to work, aren't you? I don't really even have any parts, so I could give you a part. And you can go and fix it for yourself. There was nothing more I could have interacted with in the factory. There's nothing more I can get from here. That's a difficult one. I'm afraid I am gonna give up eventually. You're either looking for a key or for automaton parts. Preferably for both. Because if I knew where the broken automaton is, I probably could go and make that part in the factory and then fix it.
the door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Her automaton broke down somewhere here. It has to be nearby. There's no other way for it to be. My gardening automaton broke down. It's somewhere in the bushes. Come on, Kate, look for it. Can you please tell me where that automaton broke down, where it is? Oh. You won't even move, will you? Her automaton broke down. I know, I just keep repeating it. Can't be anywhere here, can it? Just looking, maybe there are some parts lying somewhere and I haven't noticed them. Doesn't look like it.
No point. It's locked.
Should I just check that up online and sort of give up? I think I know what I should be looking for. No idea where though. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. I think just to save you watching me running about, I'll keep running like a headless chicken with the recording switched off, and then if I come up with something smart, I'll switch it on again. 'Cause that must be annoying to people who know what should be done now. Probably passed the thing like 10 times now. I honestly don't know what to do. Do you, Kate? No, I don't think she does. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll switch the recording off. I'll look for things. If I can't come up with anything, I might give up, but I'll give it a good hour. Good hour. So I'll see you on the other side. So as I said, I've given it quite some time. And unfortunately I had to give up. I've not found the key myself. I think that's another lesson for me. I have to look more closely. There we go.
This thing's jammed.
It was jammed for all the drawers apart from the one with the secret key in there. To my successor, the Valadilane parish priest. The sanctity of confession is a sacred vow, so these revelations are the result of much soul searching and reflection. One day in March 1938, Rudolf Vorarlberg knocked at my door. I was a young priest then and was overwhelmed by the dominant personality of the town's most important figure. I remember it was raining that day, and beneath his dripping hair, Monsieur Vorarlberg's face was the very expression of eternal pain itself. Through gritted teeth, his eyes swimming with grief, he announced that his son Hans had just died. He wanted me to come immediately to bless the body. I entered the dark drawing room at the family home. Hans's coffin was set in the middle, sealed shut. Monsieur Vorarlberg explained to me that he wanted no one to see the body of his son. Hans's badly man-killed corpse had been discovered at the bottom of a precipice. It was presumed that he had slipped and fallen badly. Despite his 18 years of age, the young Vorarlberg did not have all his faculties. I believed him. I led the funeral and officiated the mass and the burial. We buried Hans Vorarlberg with all the dignity and solemnity befitting such tragedy. Life indeed hangs by a thread, and I would have surely forgotten this episode only. Several years later, after the father's death, Anna Vorarlberg had an accident at the factory and nearly died. Such a close call with death seemed to awaken her a need to confess. What I heard that day would haunt my dreams thereafter. She told me that the body of her younger brother Hans was not at rest in the family tomb, for the simple reason that he was still alive. I had blessed and sanctified an empty coffin. I had assisted and sanctioned a masquerade staged by Rudolf Vorarlberg himself to exercise the blind hatred he felt for his son. His son had left and he felt betrayed. A man who preferred to believe and make others believe his son was dead rather than accept his truth. This truth had shamefully deceived me. What kind of priest was I? And what kind of priest would I become? Our merciful Father alone will be my judge. It is my duty to inform you that one of your flock is still accounted for. I leave this terrible secret in your hands to do with what you will. Leon Bonnard, priest. Yes, I said that's gonna be a lesson from which I should learn that if something's
This thing's
jammed,
jammed.
you keep trying. So let's go and have a quick look at Mr. Voralberg's tomb. Quite honestly, I never had in mind that I'm gonna go through the entire game without any help at all. But on the other hand, I didn't think I'm gonna need that help so soon. Maybe that's just a case of getting to know the game and learning things. Well done. Joe? What does it say? Oh no, that's just a sign, that's not J. Empty enough. Anna Voralberg. Hans. Let's have a look. Yes, it is an empty coffin. Mountain fall kills local figure. The Voralberg family was struck by tragedy yesterday. Rudolf Voralberg discovered the lifeless body of his son Hans at the bottom of precipice. Loose rocks and poor visibility occasioned by the morning mist were probably the cause of young man's fall. This is the theory put forward by the family, as there were no witnesses. Hans had just turned 18 years of age. 8 years ago he suffered a similar serious accident from which he never fully recovered and full use of his mental faculties. Despite living almost a reckless, recluse, he was still a well-known figure, as the future of Vorarlberg manufacturing lay in his hands. At the Valadilane Gazette we at the Valadilane Gazette wish to extend our deepest sympathy to his family and express our sincere condolences to Rudolf Vorarlberg and his daughter Anna, who today becomes the sole inheritor of the automaton factory. And another one of those. I'm gonna go and listen to it now. I'll see what it says. Can't close it back again? Okay. Let's leave it as it is then. Yeah, I kind of feel defeated right now. Just because I didn't pay enough attention. Or I was kind of satisfied with what I've got from there and I thought that's it. It is a valuable lesson. It tells you when you don't need to touch something ever again. She says, I'm not gonna need to move that anymore. Let's reduce the need of using that kind of help. Let's pay more attention. Quite frankly, I think that would be one of the last things to do here. Maybe the labyrinth just isn't important. Maybe. Although I still need something to put into that train. So she made it. And that's probably not another thing I need to take with myself on the train. Okay, yes, that looks like it moved things forward. Sadly, it's not entirely my contribution. But well, I think I have to live with defeat. Hopefully that's enough for Oscar, and we can move on. Although that would really leave that labyrinth hanging. I really don't think that it's there just to be there. Where have you gone, Kate? all the conditions met this time. I'll be with you in a second, Oscar. Well done. I think that might be just enough. Oscar, can I give you my ticket now? So, Mr. Oscar, I hope you are ready to go.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker. Keep it.
I don't understand why we can't leave. I'd hate to think it's me that's delaying the train like this.
I do not wish to appear impolite, Kate Walker, but I am afraid that not all departure conditions have been fulfilled.
If that's a joke, Oscar, it's not very funny. I really need to find Hans Voralberg as quickly as possible.
I have strict instructions to obey. There are 3 spaces in the luggage compartment that are designed to accommodate 2 very important objects. The train can only depart when they are in place. Please excuse me now. I must return to my departure preparations.
Oh, I wouldn't want to break any rules.
3 for 2. I've got 2 objects. Unless he's talking about that. No, it's 4 here.
These shelves look as if they're made for valuable objects.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You have really got to be kidding me.
No point weighing myself down.
I need a drink. Come on, Kate. Have a deep one.
And if I were to watch one of those cylinders again?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. But that's not... Ah! Are you gonna do the same with this one? Is that it, Hans? Hans. Again, I called him Hans again. Oscar? Hmm. Please tell me we can leave now.
Right, everything is in order then. The train is finally ready to leave.
I am most terribly embarrassed. Such ignorance on my part is inadmissible. I hope you still have confidence in my abilities, Kate Walker. Please return to your seat and we can leave.
Finally.
So the labyrinth was a hoax, or maybe it was just a part of some quest that didn't make it into game, or I'm gonna have to face it later on. It feels so good though. Okay, that doesn't look like Syberia. Do you want to go and have a look at your luggage now?
No point weighing myself down.
It's always good to try. So why have we stopped, Oscar? It's not Syberia yet, that's for sure.
Where are we, Oscar?
At the halls of residence of Valadilane University.
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for then? Wind them up, find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate Walker.
I guess we'd better find out then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp. This train might be a wonder of technology, but the engine's limited autonomy is a liability. You got to admit that.
I am afraid I refuse to entertain this consideration, Kate Walker.
Oscar, I think that Hans Voralberg once stayed in this town after he left Valadilane. Maybe this wasn't a chance stopover after all.
Nothing is left to chance in a railroad network.
You agree with me then?
We have no concrete proof to support your hypothesis. The train stopped because the clockwork mechanism is unwound. That is the only concrete evidence we have, Kate Walker.
I was just hoping for a little imagination on your part, Oscar.
No, Kate Walker. I am only an automaton, Kate Walker.
But you're a wonderful one.
Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose.
Not a lot indeed.
Oscar, we have a serious problem. How can we carry on our journey if this train doesn't want to budge?
service not to your liking? Would you like another pillow?
Don't worry, Oscar. Everything's just hunky-dory. And you are just hunky-dory, too.
Hunky-dory.
Oscar,
Really?
see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate walked.
Okay, that was funny. So let's see where we are. Careful, Kate. Wouldn't have to wanna pick you up from the floor. Wouldn't wanna have to pick you up from the floor. I'm sorry, it's just Oscar, I guess. Someone to blame? Much? That's a nice birdie. Well, let's see where we arrived.